Hello, welcome back to Hunter Tuned. Today I got a set of wheels and tires for my Sur-Ron electric bike. So you guys probably seen the video with my Sur-Ron that I just bought from Luna Cycles. I've been really enjoying the bike, but I do a lot of street riding, so I wanted to get a set of street tires for this thing, and I wanted to get something a little smaller because I don't really like the mountain bike wheel tire look. So I got something from Flow Wheels. So these are from Flow, F-L-O-W wheels. And these are his 12-inch MINIMOTO wheels wrapped in a set of Kenda K-Wick tires. They are 100 by 90 by 12 size. And yeah, he sent these over along with a set of 3-inch riser handlebars that I'll also be installing. But I really have been jonesing to get these tires on and go take this thing for a rip. So I'm gonna put these on the bike. He sent this little piece of PVC to pound in these little collars that go on the front wheel. So these are the, they're just little collar pieces that fit in here, which accommodate the size of the spacer on the Sur-Ron. So we'll have to get these installed. And then we'll get them installed onto the bike. The quality of these wheels looks awesome, guys. I mean, the paint looks really good. All the spokes are tight, obviously. The bearings inside of the hub feel really nice. They're very smooth bearings. And I actually have a set of these Kenda K-Wicks on my Honda Monkey as well, which is sitting over there. But yeah, so without further ado, I'm just going to get these things thrown on. I can't wait to see how they're going to be. Alright guys, I got the new Flow wheels all installed onto the bike. And let me just tell you guys, I feel like it completely transformed the way this bike looks. It just looks sweet. The only issues that I did have installing them, I put the little spacers in, that all was good, but I had to tie off the brake line on the opposite side for it to not rub on the wheel, because these things are pretty much as wide as you can go. You might be able to go a little wider with the tire, but it's pretty close to the fork already, so this is almost the widest you can go on a Sur-Ron. So I just took this little brake line holder and I unthreaded it, and I spun it around so it puts the line on this side, because before it was over here. And now it's all good. Everything clears. Brakes work how they should. Man, they look good. And the orange actually matches pretty close. It's not perfect, but it's right there. I did take the bike on a little ride last night just to kind of test out the tires a little bit, and these things are sticky. Like they hook pretty hard. Even brand new, I was just kind of scrubbing them in a little bit last night, and I took a picture down by the parking garage where I was riding. I had a ton of fun just ripping around. This thing, I can scrape the peg now laying it down. I can damn near scrape the handlebar with how much traction this thing has on the street. The only issue that I'm seeing so far with these tires being that they're a lot smaller diameter than the factory tires. The factory sprocket is definitely geared a bit too low. Top speed dropped quite a bit. I think top speed before was like 46, now it's only 32 or 33, but it's got a lot more acceleration. So it's actually pretty fun, but I'll probably end up getting a smaller sprocket just to accommodate for the smaller wheel and tire. But I haven't seen a lot of Sur-Ron sprockets that are like a 30 tooth or a 35 tooth. That's probably what I'm going to end up going with, especially if I end up upgrading the motor and stuff later, or the controller and battery. I'm going to want some gearing, so it's not, you know, spinning a ton of RPM all the time. It's just some other little things that I've been doing to the bike. Is I took the little Sur-Ron sticker off that was right here. I just thought it looked kind of tacky, so I took it off. I'm probably going to remove this plate. I don't like it. I just don't like it. I'll put my own plate on if I want. And yeah, I was thinking about getting rid of the stickers, but I don't know. They kind of look good now with the wheels, but not sure exactly what I'm going to do there. And obviously the ground clearance is a lot less, but it's still plenty for what I use the bike for. And I'm also going to clean up all this, like random cables and stuff. I'm going to try to cable management this bike a little bit better. So I'm going to install the handlebars that I got from Flow Wheels. I'm going to install the bars, and when I do that, I'm going to try to clean up a lot of this cables and the brake lines and stuff like that, and just try to make it look a little bit better. And I might put the number plate on, because I have it, but I haven't installed it yet. Another thing I did is I actually took off these, they're like the fork guards that sit right here. I took these off because they were actually just barely rubbing the tire. I could have easily just shaved off the piece that was rubbing, but I kind of like the look of it without it. Alrighty guys, so I got the new handlebars from Flow Wheels installed. These are a 3-inch riser bar. And I also got the number plate installed. That came with the bike, I just never put it on. I just zip tied it. It came with zip ties to install it. Looks really nice. Also cleaned up a ton of the wiring. If you guys remember the clip I just made with all the wiring that was all bunched up and tangled, I ended up cleaning a lot of it up and zip tying the cables so it all sits on there really nice. So I'm very happy with that. Still would like to tie this brake line up somewhere so it's not just sitting there like that. But yeah, these new handlebars, definitely a little bit getting used to. They are quite a bit taller than the stock ones. Obviously the stock ones are pretty much flat, and these ones are a 3-inch riser bar. So definitely a little bit of getting used to on that. I can't wait to get my seat and get that. I think that's gonna help quite a bit as well. But so far, this thing's fucking so fun. I just got done riding it just up the street, and I was ripping around a gas station in between the gas pumps just to you know, kind of weave in and out of them. So much fun. Yeah, so next couple upgrades I'm probably gonna do are some foot pegs, because I don't really like the way that these foot pegs look. And I'm also going to get the seat, and what else? I had an idea. Oh yeah, I want to change the rear sprocket. I want to get black sprocket, preferably like a Warp 9 sprocket or something similar like that, because I like the black sprocket look. Alrighty guys, it's been a couple weeks since I filmed those last couple clips, but I did a few more mods to the Sur-Ron e-bike. I got my seat from Luna Cycles. This is their float seat. Much comfier than stock, I must say, but the red stitching doesn't really quite go with the bike. It kind of goes with the shock and stuff, I suppose. But that's installed now. You guys saw we got the bars, we got the wheels. I also installed some new pegs. These are just Amazon foot pegs, just the cheapies. And then I got a Warp 9 relocation. This is an adjustable peg bracket, so you can move the pegs up and down wherever you please. As you can see, there's actually like notches down here. As you can see, there's like notches on the bracket there to lower and raise the pegs. I put them up as pretty much as high as they would go, so I can lean the bike a little farther without scraping. And I also got their peg brace, so I guess that's common for the foot pegs and stuff to break, or the peg mount to break. So these are billet aluminum, and I think they're billet aluminum. And this is a spacer here. It's a brace, so it's got some more rigidity to it. Really liking that so far. And I also got a Warp 9 42 tooth sprocket for the rear. And that definitely helped out with the gearing. The bike now does, I think, like 40 miles an hour instead of 32 with the stock sprocket. So that definitely helped there. What else did we do? I did, however, have to remove the kickstand because the bike being so much lower now with these smaller wheels, the kickstand doesn't fit. So I might just cut the stock kickstand and modify it somehow that way so I can still have a kickstand on the bike. I did also install this is an on-off switch for the headlight because stock Sur-Ron, the light is on all the time. Whenever your key is forward, the light is on, but I wanted the ability to run it with it off, and I just got that from Amazon. I also got a bunch of other sprockets from Rebel Gears. So these guys are out of the US here, and they will custom make you whatever Sur-Ron sprocket you want. And I ended up getting a 35, I got a 30 tooth back here, both of those are for the rear, and then I got a 16 tooth front sprocket. I did play around with the gearing a little bit. If you guys want to see dedicated videos for that stuff, you'll have to let me know. I just don't know how much interest there is on the channel for the Sur-Ron yet, so I'm just kind of you know, gauging interest, I guess. But I have been playing around with it quite a bit, and those Rebel Gears, I had those custom made for me from Rebel Gears. They were reasonably priced. I would highly recommend them. I called them up, just told them what I wanted, and they said, okay, say no more. And they sent me over what I asked for. And like I said, I played around with the gearing, and I over-geared it to see if we can get more top speed out of it. And unfortunately, the battery and the motor and the controller and stuff like that just doesn't have the power to pull that really big gear. I wanted to see, you know, what it would do. This setup that's on here currently is probably equivalent to like a 60 tooth or like a 54 to 60 tooth stock wheel. With that sprocket, 42 tooth with the 12-inch wheels is comparable to that, I would say. So without further ado, we're just going to go take this thing for a little ride. I'm going to show you around, show you how it handles, and we'll wrap this video up. This thing is sick, guys. It's so much more fun with the 12-inch wheels from Flow Wheels. Yeah, it's just a blast. I can't seem to find the edge of the tire. The bike will scrape the frame before these tires give way. So, at least under stock power, that is. So, I think next we need to put more power to it and then really see how far these tires will go. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great night and a better tomorrow. Subscribe if you guys are new, like the video, and we'll see you later.